Hi, Mary Duke. I'm early because we want to make sure this works. Hi, Shannon. Can you hear me and see me this time? Yay! I'm so happy to hear that. Okay. We're going to go live in about 10 minutes. I'm not shutting anything off, but I am going to stop the camera for a few minutes while I go get some fresh tea. And yes, that's how I stopped the camera. I put a little Post-it note on it. Don't nobody make fun of me. A little bit of an echo. Is this better, honey? Is this better? I am. I'm trying to. Can you hear me okay? Is this better? I can certainly talk closer to the mic if Ed would stay up. I'll be right back. Thank you, dear. Is this better, Shannon? Hi, Mary Duke. I would just like to thank everyone who is being patient while we figure out the little bugs. Yay. Thank you, Shannon. For those of you who are already here, if you could like and share with your friends, Instagram, Facebook, whatever social media it is that you like, I would appreciate it. We're going to start in just a few minutes. Hello, everybody. Hi, Linda. Hi, Swifty Nifty. Hi, Shannon. Sorry I'm late. We're testing all sorts of things. You guys are like my guinea pigs. I'm trying some new software. Please let me know if you can see me and hear me. I'm still trying to get used to this microphone. And I'm live on YouTube. And I'm doing my first ever Twitch live. So this is going to be lots of fun. We're just waiting for some more people to join us. And in case you haven't figured out yet, I haven't got a clue what I'm doing. I'm just winging it. This is pantster mode. Hi, Rhonda. How are you, dear? I hope you're doing well. Okay. Linda, I had a little post, one of these over the camera because we're still trying to figure out how all this works and how to like put in a picture or a video or something for like standby mode. We're still trying to figure it all out. Got to get you an arm and mic. Well, I have two arms and I have the mic. I don't know what you're talking about, Shannon. How is everybody? Is everybody doing well? I hope so. So tonight we're going to be talking about the Muse, that beautiful and sometimes infuriating muse. Make you look like a radio host with the arm and mic. I love you, Shannon. I do. Hi, Donna. I hope you're doing well. I hope everybody's doing well. While we're waiting for more people to join us, if you could please like and share, I would really appreciate that. And don't forget to hit the little bell, the notification bell, so that you'll be notified whenever I go live. It was cooler here in Oklahoma today, so it's all good right now. I'm glad to hear that, Rhonda. Our weather broke, and it's been really nice and cool. I don't think we've hit higher than 82 for the last several days, and it gets down into the 60s at night, so that makes me very, very happy. Thank you, Shannon. I appreciate that. Is everybody else having great weather? There's a slight delay on when you send me a chat, there's a slight delay. So I am streaming on Twitch. I don't know. I have 0 viewers right now, and that's okay because this is my first time on Twitch. And I did that because Shannon recommended it. Shannon or Rhonda, I've heard, yeah, y'all do need some rain. Everybody needs rain. We didn't get nearly as we're fine. We're not like drought levels or anything, but we did not get nearly the rain that we have in years past. So, oops. Okay, I'm trying to move the chat so I can see it more directly instead of having to do that. Hot as Hades, Donna says. Where you at, Donna? Because it's been beautiful here. Absolutely beautiful. Hi, Christina. How are you, dear? I hope you're doing well. Oh, good, Bobby. Hi, Bobby. Bobby's my bestie. Bobby is my partner in crime. She knows where all the bodies are buried. Oh, Bobby and I go way back, don't we, Bobby? So you can see that my background is a little bit different today. I had to switch desks. The other desk that I tried to do this at was just way too small. And I just needed more room. And that desk that you see right here, it's not going to hold 2 monitors like I need. So, let's see. Oh, Donna's in Houston, or east of Houston. I love Nebraska, Christina. Oh, Omaha. I absolutely love Omaha. That is just one of the restaurants there. Oh my gosh, and the zoos and the flower garden. What is I can't remember the name of it, but yeah, we had a lot of fun there. Right, Bobby? What bodies? It was just a figure of speech, honey. Just a figure of speech. Oh. Again, if you could like and subscribe and share, that would be really, really nice. Especially share with your author friends. Even if you aren't an author, I think readers sometimes get fascinated with our processes and stuff. You never know, Christina. I just might. You never know. Oh, I have a viewer. Yay! I don't know who's viewing, but somebody is. For those of you on Twitch, this is my very first ever live on Twitch. I've never done this before. I've only done a few on YouTube. So we're trying to work the kinks out. And yeah, I don't have a clue what I'm doing. But I'm glad you're here. And I don't know how to see if you're writing anything. My chat, show me. Oh, well, that's not it. Okay. Welcome to the chat room. Okay. Anyway, I'm super excited to be doing this for my fellow author friends and readers and everything. It's just a lot of fun. I've not been to Lincoln, Christina, but I hear it's pretty cool. Lauritsen Gardens, yes, that's it. Plausible deniability. I love you, Bobby Gordon. I don't know. Oh, Shannon, you are too funny. God, I love you. Oh, Shannon, you are a beautiful soul, and I love you. For those of you who don't know, Shannon is my producer for the show. She's the one that helps put together all those really cute videos you see me posting on Facebook and Instagram and YouTube and stuff, and she's just been absolutely amazing, and I would not be able to do any of this without her. Chris Earl had to die. That's one of my all-time favorites. I'm having a bad hair day. This is just all fascinating. I'm just fascinated by the technology, and I can't believe I'm doing this. It's just really exciting. I love the Dixie Chicks. I do. Okay, someone just texted me that they can't watch because YouTube is requiring them to create a channel. Hang on. All you need is a Gmail account, I think. Okay. Anyway, don't forget to like and share and subscribe and do all the fun techie things that you're supposed to do. And we'll just get started. First of all, show of hands, how many authors do we have? I don't know how to do a poll. Top chat, send feedback. I don't know how to do a poll in here. Shannon, or Swifty Nifty, if one of you could start a poll, I would appreciate it, on who's an author and who's a reader, so that I can get a general idea of who I'm talking to. and I don't know if I'll see it because I have this new software program called OBS, and it stands for I don't know what it stands for. I don't know what it stands for. OBS, about OBS, onboard. I don't know. It's a live streaming thing. But anyway, I'm new to it. Rhonda, you are far more than just a reader. You are a beautiful soul, and I love you. Christine is both. Good. Okay. So we'll go ahead and get started. And if you'd like to share this with your friends, I would really appreciate it. So, the Muse. That wonderful, beautiful, awesome Muse. Right? Y'all know what I'm talking about. That inner voice. I think mood and muse are intertwined very closely together. And I think if your mood is not where you need it to be, then the muse is rather silent, right? And so what we talked about last week about the author funk and the muse, I think they're intertwined. I think they really go together. So basically we're just going to be talking about both things, the muse and the author funk. I mean, the last couple of years, show of hands, the last couple of years have just been, I don't know about you, but for me, it's been a rough couple of years. COVID did a number on me, and it did a number on my muse. And, it was rather soul crushing, and like I talked about last week, the depression was it got to the point where it was unbearable. So went to the doctor, and all I can say now is thank God for Zoloft and yoga. Those are the two things that have saved my life, along with a really great husband and my readers. You all help too. But okay, that's fine, Shannon. People could just say me. If you're an author, just say me in the chat. That'll be fine. Anyway, so the muse, it can be infuriating sometimes, right? Because you want to write, but something's holding you back and you're not quite sure what it is. You just can't. Something's missing. You know it's missing, and you can't quite. It's like trying to capture the fog in your hands, right? You know something's missing, something's not working, something's not right, something's different. I know for me personally, it was like my entire world shifted on its axis for a long time. It was like Mercury was in retrograde in perpetuity. It's like everything was just it just tipped upside down and spun around and backwards and thrown at the wall, and it was just rough. It was just really rough. So some of the things there are lots of different things that we can do to find the muse. But first I want to tell you a funny story about the muse, okay? So I was in the process of, this is my fourth book. I was in the process of writing McKenna's Honor. And I was just stuck. I was in the process of trying to write Rowan's Lady. That's what it was. I was in the process of trying to write Rowan's Lady, which was going to be my fourth book. Okay. And I was stuck, and it wasn't depression or anything like that. It was just the muse was not talking to me. I would sit down. It's like, this is not working. I don't know what the hell's wrong, but it's just not working. Right. This went on for 2 weeks, and I kept envisioning this wooden box and a key. That was all the muse was giving me. A wooden box and a key. And I could not figure out for the life of me what the hell this wooden box and this key had to do with Rowan's Lady, right? It was just really holding me back, and it was driving me freaking nuts. So one morning, I'm in the bathroom tending to my morning ablutions, and all of a sudden, this one sentence just exploded in my brain. And it was, Angus hangs at dawn. Now, for those of you who have not read my books, Angus was in my very first book, Layden's Daughter. Everybody loves Angus. Everybody, that's Aislin's father, and everybody just loves him. And when I heard that sentence in my head, Angus hangs at dawn, I about fell off the toilet. I really did, because I'm thinking, I can't hang Angus. My readers are going to freaking kill me. They will. They will hunt me down and they will kill me. And then my second thought was, please don't fall off the toilet, because you really don't want to have to explain to EMTs why your pants are around your ankles and how you fell off the toilet. It was the voices in my head. That just wouldn't, I don't think that'd go over very well. So anyway, so I finish, washing my hands and everything, and I'm just walking around my house like this going, oh my God, I can't hang Angus. I can't kill Angus. I can't do it. I can't hang him. I just can't. And I kept arguing out loud. And then there was this little voice that said, sit down, shut up, and listen. Hand to God, honest, true story. So I sat down and I closed my eyes and I just started some deep breathing and I started to listen. And that's how McKenna's Honor, which ended up being my fourth book, was not going to write that book at all. But I realized I needed to write that book in order to make Rowan's Lady better. Okay? So the Muse can just come at any time, any place, day or night. You just never know. So just keep your phone handy to write down notes, or a notebook or something, because you just never know when it's going to hit. And that's my funny story about how McKenna's Honor came to be. And I think I wrote that book in about 3 weeks. Is everybody still here? Are you just listening? Anyway, so like I was saying, the Muse, it can be there on your shoulder, whispering into your ear for weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks, months, years. And then all of a sudden, for whatever reason, she goes quiet. And no matter what you do, you can't get her to talk again, right? It's like she's just disappeared completely on you. She's nowhere to be found. Or he, or it, whatever. And you feel stuck, really, really stuck. And after a few days of that, I don't know about you, but for me, I started to feel kind of depressed. Like, where is it? Where is my motivation? Where is my muse? Where did it go? Where is it? Well, sometimes you just need to sit down and listen. If that doesn't work, I've got some little tips for you. One of the things you could do, well, another thing, I believe in visualization, right? So I'm one of those people who will print out pictures for of a guy or a girl or whatever who inspires me for any of my characters. Sometimes I'll have my whole wall plastered with just pictures, right? So let's go backwards to McKenna's Honor, when my muse had disappeared, right? I was complaining about it to my son, and he is so funny. God, he's so funny. I love this kid. I said, my muse is gone. I don't know what to do. I don't know where she went. I don't know how to get it back, right? So he comes to me like a minute later, and he gives me this. He says, here's your muse, Mom. Here's your muse. Now, for those of you who don't know, this is Hedorah, a smog monster from the Godzilla movies. Mood boards. Yes, mood boards. But this is Hedorah. And so Hedorah has sat on my desk, or did sit on my desk, for the next 5 or 6 books that I wrote, because I got to the point where I felt like I can't write without him. I just can't. I mean, how hideously ugly is he, right? I mean, it's a swamp monster from the Gojira movies. I love Godzilla movies. I do. I really do. So anyway, so you could do something like that. Get yourself a real muse. Just something silly. It could be a cat. It could be a bobblehead of Jon Snow. I've got that up there on my mantle. Just anything like that. Something that just visualizes that is a visual representation of something that makes you giggle. Okay? And for that, that's what this is for. It makes me feel happy because I remember the day Michael gave it to me. Okay? And I won't let him have it back. It stays in my office, right? No matter what, before I got this office built, I was using like a card table, and then I had this desk that I'm currently at that my husband gave to me as a surprise. And no matter where I write at, Hedora is with me, okay? Because it does make me giggle and it makes me happy. So that's one thing you could do. Mood boards are another, or goal boards, right? You can just get a poster board. You don't have to spend a lot of money on cork boards and dry erase boards. I've got a ton of dry erase boards. I like to use those for plotting. But anyway, get yourself just a poster board, and you can use Post-it notes, or you can use print off pictures, anything that inspires you to write your story, or something that reminds you of why you started to write to begin with. Okay, you can put that up on your mood board. Write a letter to yourself, right? Just write a letter to yourself. I have one. I'm not going to read it to you because it's private, but it's just some positive affirmations that I read out loud when I start to get stuck, when I start to feel kind of it just reminds me that I've written a lot of books, and my readers love my books. And so I guess not necessarily imposter syndrome, but something just wasn't clicking. Yeah, my colored Post-it notes. I have every color of Post-it note under the sun practically. But that I use for plotting. Oh, working on Wee William then. Yes. Oh, yes. When Michael gave me this, I think so. So anyway, write yourself a note, a letter, an honest letter about why you write. Try and find that joy that you had when you wrote that very first book. Okay? Now, my very dear friend, Chastity Bolin, I get advice from all sorts of people, but Chastity Bolin is an author, and she writes primarily Regency and Gothic Regency. And if you've not read her, you have got to go read her books. I mean, this girl is phenomenal. But anyway, when I was going through my funk, one of the things that she recommended was that I sit down, excuse me, sorry, allergies. She recommended that I sit down at my computer and I open up the very first book I ever wrote, which was Layden's Daughter. Take my keyboard away, because I'm not there to write. I'm there to read. Okay? And I remembered after I started getting into the book and rereading it, something I hadn't done in a very long time, I remembered that excitement I felt when I wrote that book. And that was my very first book that I ever finished. I had started lots of books over the years, but I'd never actually finished one. So as I'm reading and sitting on my hands trying not to edit this book that has been live since 2011, I forget what Chastity calls it, but it just kicked my brain into gear, and it brought back all these wonderful, wonderful memories, how excited I was to write the book, how excited I was to publish the book, how excited I was that particular book started my journey, right? And I felt happy again. It didn't matter that there were problems with the book. I know there were problems with that book. I mean, I wrote that book without an editor, without a final proofer. I didn't even have a cover for that damn book when I wrote it. And when I published it, I had to quickly... I didn't even think about a cover until I went to upload it to KDP. And they politely reminded me I needed a cover. So I had to put one together very quickly. But anyway, it just brought back all those fond, wonderful, exciting memories. And it reminded me, I've written God, I don't know how many books since then. I have lost count of the number of novels that I've written since then. It just reminded me of why I'm here and why I do what I do, right? So that's something that you can try, is go back and read. Don't touch it. You shut off the keyboard. You hide the keyboard. You sit on your hands. You don't moan. You don't groan. You just read it, right? You just read the book. And that's going to trigger something in your brain that'll bring back happy feelings. All right? Does that make sense? Okay? So that's something else that you can do. I love to see how far I've come. I also love how your characterizations have deepened over the books. Yes, they have. Because that's always been my goal. Always been my goal since day one, is that each and every book has got to be 100 times better than the last. And I'm still not afraid to say that, because I don't care who you are. I don't care if you've written one book or 300 books. I don't care. You can always improve your writing. There's always something else to learn. And there are a lot of people out there who don't believe that, who think, well, I've written, 500 novels. Good for you. How good are they? Right? But you can always improve your writing. Always, always, always. I don't care who you are. Even James Patterson will tell you you can always improve your writing. So, never be afraid to learn something new, I guess is what I want to say on that. And one of these weeks, Christina, I'm going to do a whole, probably over a couple of weeks, I'm going to do about characters and how to make them better, whether they're good characters or bad. Okay, how to make those characters better. But tonight, back to the Muse. So you can get yourself something silly that makes you happy. Okay, it could be a picture your kid drew of you. It could be anything. Okay, you could do that. Go back. Thank you, Bobby. You can go back to that very first book you ever wrote and read it and let your brain kick in and remind yourself of why you do what you do and how excited you were. That will also help. That's right, Rhonda. Nora Roberts. Oh, she's the queen. I love her. She's really awesome. Anyway, another thing that you can do is set the mood. Change the mood, set the mood. Okay, so what we're trying to do when we're in these funks or when the muse is quiet, we need to retrain our brain. If you've been in that funk, if the muse has been silent for weeks or months or even years, you need to retrain your brain. Okay? So one of the things you could do is set the mood. And by that I mean you go into your office or you go to where you always write at, where you've always written at, and you sit down and you're like, oh, I don't want to be here. It's not working. My muse is quiet. Let me go check my stats. My stats suck. Let me go check my sales. My sales suck. Let me go see what the news is saying. Well, the world's on fire and it's falling apart. Well, that's just going to make you more depressed. So I'm just going to sit here and play Candy Crush. Okay? Been there, done that, wrote the book, have the t-shirt to prove it. Been there. One of my mottos is, you cannot build empires on naps and Candy Crush. And then someone introduced me to Merch Mansion, and so I had to change it to Merch Mansion. But anyway, every time you sit in that same spot, your brain is telling you you don't want to be there, right? Because you've been like this for days, weeks, months, years. That spot just triggers that negative emotion, okay? So my first recommendation is going to be, if you have a laptop or even a notebook, if you just have a PC that's not portable, and you don't have a tablet or anything like that, just grab a notebook. It could be a legal pad, a spiral bound notebook, a steno pad, I don't care. Just grab some paper and pens. If you have your laptop, grab it and change your setting. Change your location. I'm not saying you have to go sit in a coffee shop and write. You don't have to do that because that will cost money because, you got to have your $5, $6, $7, $8 cup of coffee. And then, those apple fritters are looking really good. You can go right in your bathroom. Just shut the door for 15 minutes to half an hour. Shut the door, block out the world, and sit in the bathroom and write. Or go on your back porch or your deck or your front porch, or even go sit in your car. Go somewhere, anywhere other than that negative space that you've been stuck in. Okay? Doesn't mean you're not going to go back to that space, right? Because you will. Once you retrain your brain, once you find your mojo again, you will be able to return to that. But I love you, Shannon. But change your location. Change where you write. Get some, and I know they're expensive. You have a couple of options. You can get some of those little, where'd they go? If you have a noisy house and can't find a quiet place to write, just get some little earplugs, right? Just some little earplugs. These are those little spongy kind. They're cheap, just a couple bucks, right? Just get some of these little things. Put those in your ears to block out the world if you have to. This was a gift from my husband because I won't spend more than, $25 on myself. But these are Beats solos. I love these things because I can block out the entire universe. Now, some of you can write to music. Some of you don't think you can. You don't have to. What you want to do, so what we're going to do in this process is we're going to retrain our brain. First, we're going to find a different location if we can, if possible. And then second, we're going to be setting the mood, which is via music or sounds. Okay? Now, some people can't write to music. I can't unless I'm doing battle scenes, right? Just can't do it. But what I can do is listen to a primeval forest sound, or I can listen to birds singing, or a babbling brook, any kind of nature sound, right? Or, like I have been known to do before, I put on my beat solos and I play brown noise, not white noise, but brown noise, okay? And you don't have to have it blaring. You just have it in the background, right? Just have that music playing in the background, happy music, some sound that makes you calm. I don't care if it's AC/DC that just makes you calm, or if it's the sound of a babbling brook or birds chirping or whatever. Find something that you like and play it low in the background because you are retraining your brain. Okay, we got to retrain it. You've been in this funk for far too long. The Muse is too quiet. She's MIA. And you've got to get it back. Because this is what we love doing, right? Anyway, so change your background noise, okay? Get something going that just puts you in this really calm place. Now, this is advice from author Ariel Burns. She is an author and a licensed hypnotherapist. And I think she and I are going to do a podcast on this very subject. But she recommended that when you sit down in your spot to write and you have your music going, and someone else recommended this too, light a candle, a pretty smelling candle, or get a hot plate. We don't have open flames in my house because my husband hates them and he's got good reason. So I have those little warming plates that I set my candles on. Those work too. So we're going to add music and we're going to add a happy scent, right? Now what Ariel recommends is that when you sit down, you got the sound going, you've got your scent going, rub your pinky or your thumbs or a spot on your hand, or even like right here on your chest. Okay. You could rub your ear, your earlobe. Okay. Massage your neck a little bit, wherever it feels good for you to just rub. You want to do that as you're setting the mood, right? Because again, we're retraining the brain. So find a place on your hands, your earlobes, your chest, whatever. And after you've sat down, you're going to sit there before you start writing. And you're going to close your eyes. And you're going to listen. And you're going to smell. And you're going to feel. Right? EMDR. Right, Shannon. And then you're going to breathe slowly, calmly, deeply. At least 3 times. And then you're going to open your eyes and you're going to write a sentence. I don't care what that sentence is. It could be a sentence, anything that's positive. Okay, you can't write, I suck as an author. Not allowed. Just write a sentence, any sentence. Any sentence you want to. It doesn't even have to be in your current work, your current WIP. Just write one sentence. Close your eyes. Take a couple deep breaths. Rub that spot. Listen to the sounds. Smell the candle. Open your eyes. Write one more sentence. And what you're doing with this process is retraining your brain. Now keep in mind, I'm not a doctor. I'm not a psychologist of anything like that. These are just tips that my therapist has given me, and tips I've learned from other authors. And you have to trust me when I say it works. It really does. But just repeat that. And if you can only block out 15 minutes in a day to write, then block out that 15 minutes to write. Does anybody have any questions at this point? One sentence. Yep. Just write one sentence and see where it takes you. Had another author give me that advice a long time ago. Oh, pumpkin? That sounds good, Christina. Do you all have any questions at this point about how you can retrain your brain? Because I think it's important. And again, these are just tips, tricks, processes that I personally have used, and I know they work for me. Okay? And I'm sure they will work for you, right? So my spot is right here on my thumb, right here. And I just rub it, probably because that's where the arthritis is, but it's force of habit. I just sit here and I shut up and I listen. And then the words will flow, okay? Even if it's just for 15 minutes a day, okay? Now, some other advice I'm going to give you, which is not about the Muse, but about writing in general, is quit chasing it. Does anybody know what I mean by quit chasing it? It means quit comparing yourself to other authors, whether they're in your genre or not. Just stop it. Just stop. Stop with the, oh my God, she writes the same genre as I do, and she sells 500 copies of a book a day, and I can't sell 10. I suck. No, you don't. You are exactly where you need to be right now. Okay? Your time will come. It takes work. But quit chasing after it. Focus on the writing for right now, because that is the single most important thing. Okay? Is the writing. Because you can't publish blank pages. You can't edit empty pages, blank sheets, white space. You can't do it. You just can't. So when you stop chasing it, I think when you stop comparing yourself to other people and the old imposter syndrome, even I have suffered from that time to time, I just have to remind myself who I am. Okay? I find that leaving one spot for writing only has helped. I don't do anything other than write in the space. That There you go. I am nomadic, and I think it's in my DNA. So I can't stay. I very seldom write an entire book in one spot. Except when, I don't know how many of you know, but I have a granddaughter named Malaya. We call her the Warrior Princess. She was born way early and was in the NICU for 79 days. Anyway, I would go sit in the NICU while Emily went to take care of Carter. And that's where I wrote most of Ian's Rose at, was in that NICU. But I do like to change locations, and I don't know why that is. But I will move from this desk to that desk. I will take my laptop outside. I love to write outside. It's one of my favorite places. I have written in the bathroom just for a change of scenery. I don't write in my bedroom anymore because I go in there and I just want to sleep because I love my bed so much. I've written at my kitchen counter or my island. I've sat there till 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, handwriting things out. Okay, that's how I do it. That's how I like to do it. One of my other most favorite, and I know this is weird, but one of my most favorite places to write is in the truck with my husband driving. And just the silence and I love to write on airplanes. Oh gosh. I use this thing. I don't know if I can put it in the chat or not, but it's called noisesonline.net, I think, or .com. I'll get the link and we'll add it to the description. There's also mynoise.net. That's the one that I listen to a lot. Donna says, the one thing I can't do is face a wall. I can't write well facing a wall. That's fine. You don't have to face a wall, sweetheart. I don't like it either. So if you can see my writing desk over here, it faces the windows in my office to the outside, and I can see all the greenery. Or in the fall when they change colors, or in the winter I can watch it snow. I love that. I do. But yeah, I don't like to write up against a wall. I've done it, but I don't like it anymore. Anyway, so I use, with mynoise.net, I can put my beats on and choose airplane. And it sounds just like you are in the cabin of an airplane and just flying somewhere. And lots of times what I'll do is I will have that on for a couple hours while I write. And I just pretend I'm on my way back to Scotland. And I'm just so happy, and I just sit there and I just write. So I might not be able to change my location physically, but I can change it mentally. So that's another little trick that I do. That's just me. Anybody have any questions? I'm looking at Twitch and I have no idea what I'm doing over there. I still only have one viewer, and I believe that's Shannon. Let's see. Donna says, I'm nomadic too. I move from the desk to the table to the gazebo to the chair to another chair. Yeah, I've done that. I also like writing in my husband's recliner. I've got a recliner picked out. It's just not going to fit in my office. I'm going to have to rearrange some things. I am so bad. My husband, once you put the sofa where the sofa is, that's where it stays until it's time to buy a new sofa. He cannot stand when I rearrange the furniture. Oh, it's like short circuits. And I love rearranging furniture. It makes me happy. It's like fresh and new. I can't go to Scotland. I can't go to Wales right now or whatever. Let's rearrange the furniture. That'll make me happy. So again, if you can't change, leave that spot, change that spot. Do what you can, right? Does anybody have any questions? I have questions. I have so many questions. I just don't have all the answers. So I have received some emails from people with some really great questions. Oh, Rhonda says she's nomadic as a reader. She reads all over the house. Amen, sister. And I didn't think when people would say, I read on my phone, and I'm like, how the hell can you read that? How can you read a book? Now I get it. I love reading on my phone because my phone is always, always with me. And I can just pick up where I left off, and I like that. Oh, Christine, I missed this. She says, I get so frustrated by the amount of pages or words some people put out. Why? Why are you getting frustrated? Are you comparing yourselves to them? Because you're not them and they're not you. Right, Christina? You are awesome just the way you are. Maybe at this point in your life, you're not meant to write 20,000 words a day or 15 or 10. Right? And that's okay. Because you are where you were supposed to be. And yes, you can focus on where you want to be. Right? That's fine. You can sit there and daydream about that all you want to, and that's fine. But don't feel bad that you're not there yet. Okay? When I first started, I was getting up at 3:30 every morning to write before I went to my day job. Right? And I might only get 1,000 or 2,000 words in. That was okay. And then I would write on my lunch break in my car. I would go sit in my car and write and get a couple hundred words in. I'd come home, make dinner, and go hide and write some more words. I wrote on the weekends, and my husband was so supportive. He thought it was just fabulous that I was doing it. He was very proud of me. And that's another subject for another time. You feel like you're falling behind? No, Christine, you're not. You are where you're supposed to be. Okay? Everything happens at the right time and for the right reason. You are where you're supposed to be right now. You can make goals. Okay? Set goals for yourself. I am all for goal setting. I have big goals. I have big dreams. That's fabulous. Right? We need those as motivation. But don't feel bad right now that you're not where you want to be. That's okay. That I'm giving you permission to not be where you want to be just yet. Work your way towards it, but do not feel bad that you're not there yet. Yes, Christina says she took a long break in writing. Coming back to publishing is like a whole new world. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. This is a fluid business, is it not? Can I get an amen on that? But yeah, don't feel bad that you are not where you want to be yet, because that's what you're working for. Okay? You are working towards that goal. Set little goals. I mean, how do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. Right? So if you have a day job and you're just too tired at night to write and you don't want to get up at 3:30, that's fine. That's absolutely fine. If you can only write for 3 hours on Saturday afternoon, that's okay too. Okay? But you're making progress. Little progress, but it's still progress. Every single word counts. If you only got 500 words in for the day or the week, that's okay. It's 500 more than what you had before you started, right? So focus on where you're at and where you want to be. But don't feel bad that you're not where you want to be yet. And just remember, every single word counts, right? We might strip half of them out later. That's okay. Because what you're working on right now is that first draft. And it's okay. It might suck big, hairy, green donkey nuts. And that's okay. Because it's not done yet. And neither are you. Right? Isn't that what you would tell your children? That they'll get there someday, they just have to work hard for it? Well, everybody's level of working hard is different. For me, back in the day, the working hard was getting up at 3:30 every morning. But I loved it, and I was okay with that. Didn't have a clue what I was doing, but that was okay. And then after I published a few books, I started to realize that I had to treat it like a business. And I was blessed in that I could give up my day job. Not everybody can do that yet. If that's your goal, then you work for it, right? Nobody's going to give it to you. And don't be afraid. Okay. Let me back up. Who do you want to take advice from when it comes to writing? Your next door's neighbor's nephew's 5th grade math teacher's brother-in-law who wrote a book about the Civil War and has sold 10 copies in 5 years? You want to take advice from him? Or do you want to take advice from someone who has written and published more than 25 books? Someone who's hit the New York Times, not me. Someone who's hit the USA Today bestsellers list, me, twice. Someone who is a very good writer. Someone who knows what they're talking about. So who would you rather take advice from? Okay? Who are you going to listen to? Someone who says, you can do this, you've got this, you are a strong, capable woman or man, you're a strong, capable person, and you can do this. If this is what you want, if you really truly want it, and it's okay to want it, you can do it. I believe in you. Do you want to listen to that positive voice that says you can do it? Or the current spouse or a mother-in-law or a sister-in-law who's a negative Nelly, or a friend or whatever who's just a negative Nelly? Who says, you're stupid, you can't do it, that's ignorant, it's ridiculous, who the hell do you think you are? Trust me, I've heard all those things in a previous life before I met my current husband. So yeah, I know what that's like, to have someone constantly at you saying, that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Why would you want to do that? Don't listen to those people. You surround yourself with positive people, people who believe in you, people who don't want to compete with you. Because that's something else that annoys me about this business, is people think it's a competition, and it's not. Okay? Think of books like bananas, right? You always got to buy more bananas. You only buy one refrigerator every 10, 15, 20 years. You're not making refrigerators. Okay? You're making books. Books are like bananas. They're disposable, more or less. You've got to replace your books, just like you've got to buy more bananas. Okay? So our readers don't read just my readers. They read everything and everybody. They don't read just my books. So if I have a fellow author who writes my genre, and I've got lots of them that I just abso-freaking-lutely love and adore, I cheer them on, right? I can just start going down the list right now. Catherine Lynn Davis, Kate Robbins, Eliza Knight, Madeline Martin, Chastity Bolin, Catherine Bybee. She doesn't write my genre, but okay, let's say chocolate. Thank you, Christina. And I cheer every one of them on, and some of them are way more successful than I am. Way more. I mean, look at Bybee. Bybee's in Bimini or Bali right now. She's a really good friend. But I'm not at her level yet. I will be someday. Okay? When I get myself out of that funk and have time to focus and get all the kids back in all the grandkids back in school and have my days back. I love you, Shannon Nemechek. You're too funny. And yes, Christina, we can say chocolate instead of bananas. But my point is, quit comparing yourself to other people and quit competing with other people. And do not hang out with people who are not cheering you on, right? If you're surrounded by negative Nellies who are constantly telling you what you're doing is wrong or what you're doing is stupid or whatever, find new friends. Find a new husband, find a new wife, find a new whatever. But you find some positive people, like those that are here, and you hang out with them. You get rid of that negativity. Life is too friggin' short to surround yourself with negative, ugly, mean-spirited, hateful people. You deserve better than that. We all do. I refuse to be surrounded by negativity. I just won't. If you are a negative Nelly, you're not in my circle, my little tiny inner circle. You're not in my slightly bigger circle. You're not my great big circle. You're nowhere near my circle. Okay? I despise constant negativity. Now, there's a difference between, oh, I'm having a really lousy day. I got a flat tire. I spilled coffee all over myself. The filter flipped over in the coffee pot and coffee went everywhere. We all have days like that. And so you all understand that I'm not talking about that, right? I'm talking about people who, if you gave them $1,000, they would bitch at you that you didn't gift wrap it, right? We all know people like that, don't we? I do. They're not my circle anymore. They're not my life. Is this making sense? So, don't compare yourself to other people. Set your goals. Goals are great. And one of the things about dreams is you can always get new ones. Your dreams change. My dreams changed. Moment my first grandbaby was born, my dreams changed. Just like that. And he's still to this day my most favorite human on this planet. My dreams changed when Malaya was born. Little warrior princess. Dreams changed when Kennedy and Riley were born. As I get older, I realize what's really important, right? And spending my time comparing myself to other people, worried about missing a goal, worried about not doing enough, fast enough, good enough, just making me sick. Literally, physically ill. So I quit doing that. And I'm of an age now where I really just don't give a shit what other people think. Except my readers. I care what my readers think. I want my readers to love my books. I want my readers to be happy. I want them to love, love, love my books. Okay? I'm just talking about... I saw something recently on TikTok that just struck me as powerful. It was this beautiful young woman saying, y'all are trying to sit at a table that Jesus would flip over. Let that sink in for a minute. Why would you want to sit at a table like that? Right? I wouldn't. Oh, I love you too, Shannon. Pay it forward. That's right. You got to pay it forward. And that's what I'm trying to do here. Give some advice. I just want to help authors. That's what I really, really, truly want to do, is just help other people. No matter what genre you write, no matter how old you are, no matter what your background is, I want to help. Okay? That's why I'm here. I just want to help. And hopefully every week we will have more and more people. And I'm probably going to do a Friday night live this Friday night. I have to, haven't checked my calendar yet. So if it's not this Friday, it'll definitely be next Friday. Same time, same place. Just, it will be like open mic night. Okay. I will be answering questions. I've had some really awesome questions emailed to me recently. Of course, I forward those to Shannon because I lose stuff all the time. I am so bad about losing stuff or misplacing things. My husband, God love him, it's the reverse. I will help him find things all the time. I do. But the last couple years, it's been me who's been losing everything. Where in the hell did I put this? Or where in the hell did I put that? So, yep. One bite at a time. That's right. That's how you eat an elephant, is one bite at a time. Thank you, Shannon. We need to get you a hat that says producer. The Chesticles producer or something like that. And I'm here. If you've got questions, anybody got any questions or comments? Because I'm here for you. I think this is working out better tonight than it did last week. Because last week, this computer couldn't handle, for whatever reason. I'm an Apple girl. I love all things Mac. Everything Apple. I even have Apple TV, right? All things Apple. Apple Watch, Apple phone, Mac computers. Everything. And for some reason, my Big Mac, as I call it, what I'm on right now, didn't like streaming on YouTube. So I had to punt and go work on my little laptop and ended up showing everybody my boobs, and it was just, yeah, if you didn't see it, you missed a lot. Super smooth this week. Yes, it has been. That scares the hell out of me. Me too, all Apple, but I do have a Windows desktop. No Windows in this house other than like real Windows. Yeah, OBS, this has been awesome. And I do have, the computer was getting a little warm, so I do have a little fan behind it, keeping it cool. I'm curious about your thought on Kindle Vella, but you can save that for another day. I'm not in Kindle Vella. Chesticles chat. Oh my God, Bobby. Shannon, can you write that down? Chesticles chat. Oh God, that's hilarious. I love it. Anyway, I don't have Vella. I don't have any of my books in Vella. I've heard that the payout on it sucks, but I don't know. I don't have any personal experience in that. But I can try to ask some friends to see what they think of it. Oh, Shannon, you're so good. Yeah. I just don't know enough about it. I mean, I know how it works and everything, but it's just one more exclusivity thing with Amazon, and I'm not a fan of exclusivity. I know people will say, don't put your eggs all in one basket. Guess what? They're my eggs. I'll put them wherever the hell I want to. If I want them in one basket or if I want them in 50 baskets. They're my eggs. I will decide. Friday's Chesticles chat. Oh my God. Will YouTube allow that, Shannon? Oh, okay. No, I won't go out of my way. Trust me. I have too much other stuff to do. But I've got friends I can ask and see if they're in it and what they think. So, not a big deal. I will find out what I can for you. But from what I've heard, the payout on it is worse than the Kindle Unlimited payout, right? And that was a significant drop from this month, from last month. If you want to sit on the dang eggs. Exactly. If I want to sit on the eggs, I will. Marketing on TikTok is another topic to chat about another day. Okay? I don't market on TikTok. I do TikTok. I love TikTok. TikTok's hilarious. Love Mama Tot over on TikTok. Broke my heart when her son was killed. Got lots of people I follow on TikTok that just, positive people that just make me laugh. I'm having much better luck with Instagram. And I'm monetized at Instagram now, which tickles me to no end. Facebook has monetized me. So if you see me go live on Facebook, I don't know how it works, but you hit like a rose or a gift and it'll send me, I don't know how much money, like a half a cent or something silly. Yeah, there was a significant drop in money for sure. Yep. And that was in KU. I don't know how successful Kindle Vella is. I just really don't. But some people do like it. Some people like pay as you go, basically. I get to read, I'll read these first 5 chapters and I'll give her another 99 cents and I'll read 5 more. I don't know. Yeah, Mama Tot, I just love her. God, I bawled and bawled and bawled when I saw that video. Oh, that was one of the most heartbreaking things. It really was. But I do like TikTok. I have fun over there. I lurk more than anything else. I lurk. My smile, I have a little bit of Bell's palsy. So if you see me smile crooked, that's why. Yes, thank you, Shannon. I'm going to Google that when we're done. Does anybody have any other questions? Anything else you want to talk about? Anything you're just dying to know? If you have any questions, you can just email them to me at susan@susantisdale.com. And I'm not able to chat in this chat. So if Swifty Nifty and Shannon are my moderators. Shannon does double duty. But if you could type my email address in there, I would really appreciate it. And you can just email me those questions, and I will pick some, and we will do it during Friday night Chesticle night, or whatever we're going to call it. Chesticle's chat. I'm not sure. I don't know if YouTube's going to let us get away with that. Oh, you're welcome, Christina. It's 1 hour a week. I mean, yeah, we could do that too. It's just a couple hours a week. It's not. I'm just sharing my time and my knowledge and my experience. I know what the point I was trying to make earlier. Squirrel. You write a story. You send it to your editor. And your editor says, well, we have problems with, here and here and here and here. Now, if you're a new author or a seasoned one like myself, depending on who your editor is, you need to listen to them. And that's something we're going to talk about one night is editors. What makes a great editor? Okay? What you should pay for editing. Everybody does it differently. But my advice right now is if you need to make sure your editor's first language is English or whatever your language is. You need to make sure that you're copacetic that way. If you have a cruel editor, get a new one. My editor is phenomenal. It's Catherine Lynn Davis, New York Times bestselling author, and she is freaking phenomenal. Yes, she's taking new clients for anybody who's interested. But she has a way of telling me things that just crack me up. And not everybody else gets her sense of humor. So she tries to tone it down for new people that she works with. But I have learned more. The very first book I worked with on Catherine Lynn Davis, or with Catherine Lynn Davis as my editor, was Stealing Maria's Heart, a novella. And I learned more about better writing from her on that one tiny little book than I had learned with all the previous books. Yeah, well, Christina, seek out Catherine Lynn Davis. She's on Facebook. And she's taking new clients. And she's awesome. She really is. I love her to the moon and back. I'm trying to fix my lighting. Because right now it looks... Nope, right here. Looks like I have this really intense wrinkle. Anyway. Yeah. She's awesome and you would love her. You would love working with her. Because she's a very kind person. And I love it because she's a deep developmental editor. I do not use her to find typos because sometimes Catherine will add her own typos. And I'm okay with that. So I have a final proofer. Perfect Pages final proofing services. They're over on Facebook. In full disclosure, it is my daughter. But they refer to her as the grammar goddess. Because she's really good at what she does. But what I love about Catherine is she will say, okay, you said this 2 paragraphs ago. And so it's important. So maybe you should change the way you say it. Maybe it would sound better this way. Okay. And she will be honest and she will say, I love this hero. Love your bad guy. Your heroine is a little weak. You need to strengthen her up. Things like that. Yes. Shannon, could you put her name in the chat for me? It's Catherine Lynn Davis, and she's over on Facebook. I don't have her email handy. I'm afraid to go find it and put it in here. Perfect Pages Final Proofing. Yeah, she's awesome. Emily is awesome. She really is. And she loves working with authors. It brings her joy. She really does. And I got her started on it, right? It's telling people, try out Emily. So she starts her own business. And now, me, the woman from whose womb gave her life, has to wait. What's up with that? What's up with that? I'm your mother. I should come first, damn it. Thank you, Shannon. I appreciate that. So, yeah. Because she's busy. Everybody loves her. Anyway, I think we're going to sign off because it's 8:15. We've been at this for an hour and a half. Aw. She is. She really is wonderful. Catherine Lynn is, and so is Emily. You guys, you will love Emily. She's adorable. She's just the cutest thing. She really is. She just cracks me up. But anyway, she knows her stuff, man. She knows her stuff. And she will try to explain to me why a comma doesn't go here and it goes here, or why I should use a semicolon and whatever. I'm like, I really don't want to know the reasons why. Just do it. I don't care if you take out a comma or put one in, or a semicolon, or a M dash. I really don't care. Just do it. You're making it better. I'm writing the story. You're taking care of the punctuation and the grammar. That's your job. And she's really phenomenal at it. So, but anyway, I'm going to go, and I will, I know what I was going to do. Where'd it go? So I want to call you guys either the ink slingers or the slayer of words. Which do you all prefer? My little ink slingers. If you want to not miss a live here on YouTube, Facebook, wherever, Twitch, someone said Switch, Shannon would have slapped me. You can text Cheeky Wench, that's all one word, to 833-546-2146. And whenever I go live, I will send you a notification, a little text. And that only works for people in the U.S. Again, that's Cheeky Wench, all one word. 833-546-2146. Slayers of words. Word slayers. I like that. Ink slingers and word slayers. We kick ass, ladies. We do. We just kick ass. Because we are good at this. And what sets us apart is we want to learn and get better, right? And trust me, we are going to get to that eventually. To the how to write. I'm going to do, probably it'll be over a couple weeks, but how to write gooder. So stay tuned for that one. Anyway, I'm going to sign off. I love you all. I think you're fabulous. You're all wonderful. Thank you for joining me. And just remember, you're friggin' awesome. Because I said so. And together, we will get through the funks and the quiet muses and the hard times. We will get through it together. Oh, Shannon. 833. I feel like I'm doing a marathon. 833-546-2146. And Cheeky Wench, all one word. See? Cheeky Wench, all one. No, you can't see that. The light's too bright. Anyway, I'm going to go. I love you all. I think you're fabulous. We're going to get you through this, and we're just going to write better and better and better every single day, every single book. And you've got this. You are strong, capable, intelligent women, and there's nothing that will stop you unless you let it. Christina. Cheeky Wench, all one word. CheekyWench. And the number is the number is 833 546 2146, and you get a free book when you sign up for when you send that message. It'll give you a link to sign up for a free book. Okay, I'm gonna go. Yes, I'll be here Friday. I think I'm gonna be here Friday. Before I make any announcement, I gotta double check with my hubby, make sure he doesn't have some kind of plan to take me out to dinner. I'm so funny. He's retired, and I have to remind him every now and then. You are retired from work. You are not retired from me. That should work. I can't do anything Saturday because I have our family reunion Saturday. I'm so excited. I love my family. I love, love, love my family. Okay. Shannon, I'm going to text it to you, okay? Yay, I'm glad. All right, well, I'm going to go. You all have a great rest of your week. And just remember, you've got this, girls. You really do. You've got this. And I believe in you. And I love you. Bye-bye. How do I end this? End broadcast. End stream.